Vai, esse é o DJ CK, hein? Produzindo mais uma no mundo de Nárnia. Ó, é o bicho, hein? Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana.
Remix.
Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. A maioria das amigas da minha igreja. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Olha as amigas da minha igreja. Vai, esse é o DJ CK, hein? Produzindo mais uma no mundo de Nárnia. Ó, é o bicho, hein? Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana.
Remix.
Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. A maioria das amigas da minha igreja. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Olha as amigas da minha igreja. Vai, esse é o DJ CK, hein? Produzindo mais uma no mundo de Nárnia. Ó, é o bicho, hein? Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana.
Remix.
Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. A maioria das amigas da minha igreja. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Olha as amigas da minha igreja. Vai, esse é o DJ CK, hein? Produzindo mais uma no mundo de Nárnia. Ó, é o bicho, hein? Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana.
Remix.
Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. A maioria das amigas da minha igreja. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Olha as amigas da minha igreja. Vai, esse é o DJ CK, hein? Produzindo mais uma no mundo de Nárnia. Ó, é o bicho, hein? Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana.
Remix.
Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. A maioria das amigas da minha igreja. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Olha as amigas da minha igreja. Vai, esse é o DJ CK, hein? Produzindo mais uma no mundo de Nárnia. Ó, é o bicho, hein? Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana.
Remix.
Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. A maioria das amigas da minha igreja. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Olha as amigas da minha igreja. Vai, esse é o DJ CK, hein? Produzindo mais uma no mundo de Nárnia. Ó, é o bicho, hein? Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana.
Remix.
Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. A maioria das amigas da minha igreja. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Olha as amigas da minha igreja. Vai, esse é o DJ CK, hein? Produzindo mais uma no mundo de Nárnia. Ó, é o bicho, hein? Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana.
Remix.
Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. A maioria das amigas da minha igreja. Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana. Olha as amigas da minha igreja. Vai, esse é o DJ CK, hein? Produzindo mais uma no mundo de Nárnia. Ó, é o bicho, hein? Oh, nanana. Oh, nanana.
Happy Friday. Welcome, everyone. Hashtag Arthur Co. Hope you're well. Hope you had a good week. Really looking forward to hearing your questions today. Last week's session was amazing, as always. For those that you were on it and have come back, without question, Penny was the caller of the week, questions of the week. Thank you, Penny. We got into really good subject matter of gossip in the office and judgment and talking about other people and how you manage that and how you deal with that. I think it's, it was a really good question. So I really thank you, Penny, for being our caller of the week, question of the week. It was brilliant. Hope you've all had a good week. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for the new people that have come through today. I can see a few of our regulars here, Helena, Chris, Aaron, a few new people, Tom's back. Everyone that's come back, welcome. All the new names, thank you for joining. Start asking your questions. It's been an interesting week. Obviously, lots going on in the world. This platform is a positive, life, kindness platform where all I'm trying to do is share with you my 27 years professional knowledge, 100,000 hours of experience within the industry, because I want you, each and every one of you, to do well in life, in your careers, and progress and give a greater good to the built environment, the wider environment, and communities at large. So I really hope that I can add some value there. So please look at it that way. Start asking your questions. So I'm going to start answering in a few minutes, so please get them through. Right hand side, just to go through, is where you ask your question. It comes up on my screen. I then give you the answer. We've got handouts as well. I think we've got a new one this week. So on the right hand side, look at your handouts. And I think I'm just going to go through. We do provide one every week. If I click handout number 3, vibe of the week, and then let's see if I can share that with you. Hopefully I can. Maybe you see that on my screen. Yeah. Oh, we've got a new team this week. Let's do that intro. Alice isn't here this week. We've got the rest of the grad team are here. We've got Charlie, maybe Wave, Harrison, Wave, George. This is our NJ grad team. This program is run by them, put together by them. And we've got Dan as well, our professional team. So they're all here with us today. We're going to have a bit of a conversation. We're going to talk through some questions as well with everything you're writing. Vibe of the week is all about empathy. And I think with everything that's going on in the world and the challenges we face, whether it's COVID-19 or anything else, I think if you lead with kindness, lead with empathy, and really understand the feelings and the emotions of the person standing in front of you, rather than what's going through you, lead with kindness, lead with empathy in any situation, whether it's dispute, negotiation, family problems, whatever. If you lead with that, I can assure you and guarantee you 100% that you will get a positive outcome. It's not about you, it's all about the person in front of you and you being empathetic and sensitive to their needs. So please do think about that. Please look at the other vibes of the week that we've done previously. I think they were on kindness and giving, but please have a look through those and we will continue that. We also have poll of the week, and that's going to be asking a question today of who you want to have as a live guest in a future episode, and that's going to be done by area of industry or sector or specialism, so please come back to me with that. Keep the questions coming through. I can see them coming up on the board. Keep asking the questions. In about 2 or 3 minutes, we're going to go to answers. I just want to share with you a couple of things about my journey and my story so far, because this week I had a call from Westminster University. That was my uni. I was in the built environment. I did a building surveying degree. And when you're going through your degree, it's really challenging. It's hard work. You have a lot of dark days. There are a lot of moments for me, especially in my second and third year, where I didn't think I was going to get to the end. I didn't think there was a light at the end of the tunnel. I was questioning the whole time, is this the right degree? Is this the right career? Am I going down the right path? And all I want to do is share with you and ones that are in that position now that have thoughts like that is the built environment, property, real estate, most generic careers will always give you an opportunity, but you've got to see your course through and you've got to get over the line to be able to understand what those opportunities are. I was at Westminster, I was very lucky, I did a very good degree, and I say good because it worked out well for me. If you're not doing a good one that doesn't work out well for you, that's also okay. The next one might work, or the next one or no degree might work, that's also okay. And so Westminster gave me the platform to then apply to all of the major firms, whether it's CBRE, Knight Frank, Cushman, Savills, Jones Lang, and the numerous other graduate programs. And because I got my degree, I had an opportunity to progress my career, do my APC, qualify, etc., etc., etc. The key message I want to share with you today is that the journey is a tough one. I didn't enjoy the experience at university in the sense that, to me, I didn't understand where I was going. And when I was under pressure and there were crunch moments, I wasn't sure whether I was going to get over the line. And I just persevered. I kept going. I wasn't a good student. My grades were terrible. I was very lucky to even get through my degree. My grades were so bad. At the same time, I didn't give up. I kept believing that an opportunity would come, and I'm very lucky many, many years later to be sharing this story with you and to have had a lucky career to be where I am, having worked at CBRE and having had now 27 years of professional experience. I just want to share that story with you. Keep believing in yourself, keep moving forward, even when times get tough, and things will always work out one way or another. Let's start from the questions. I think I'm going to go around the table. So let's go to the first question. Let's go to Charlie. What do you got for us?
Hi Rob, we are living in uncertain times. However, I see the anxiety lifting within myself and the public. How do you feel about it?
Okay, so anxiety. Everyone suffers from anxiety. And everything we're seeing in the news, in the media, puts more pressure on ourselves. I think the younger generation is more exposed than ever before. So your generation, people listening now, because of social media, because of instant news coming through from numerous platforms, whether that's online, TV, Facebook, Insta, TikTok, LinkedIn, etc. So you've got to manage this in your heads. You've got to not allow all of this anxiety and pressure and negativity from the media to get into your head. And you've just got to say, I'm Charlie, I'm a positive guy, I'm a good guy, I believe in humanity, I believe that actually my environment, my community is full of good people, my family, my friends, my work is a positive, good environment with good people that are moving forward in a good direction. And actually all that negative noise, you just got to close out, not get it allowed to get into your head, and move forward in a positive way. And let me tell you something, 50% of this world, if not more, think the way you do. 50% of this world are positive, good, kind, empathetic people that want to block out the negativity and move forward in a good way. It just so happens that the filters and the media that we're seeing allows more negativity, to allow more anxiety to come in to what we're hearing and seeing, but it's not a true reflection of the world, the environment, your own community. You've got to learn to play with that filter, allow the positivity in and block out the negativity. Great question. I think that's going to help a lot of people. Keep the questions coming in. Let's go to Harrison. What you got for us?
So we've had another great question come in from Jamie. He said, looking back on the beginning of your career in property, what were the questions you wanted answering and what advice be most useful to you?
Okay, so I had loads of questions, and I still do have loads of questions, which is another reason for the platform. How can I give back? How can I help the 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old version of me? What would I have wanted? I definitely would have wanted #AskRobCo, someone that's thinking about the younger version of me. I would have wanted a mentor. I would have wanted guidance. I would have wanted positivity. I think the biggest question that I would have always wanted to know is I wanted certainty about my career and my path, and that I was making the right decisions and everything was going to work out for me. I wanted certainty and clarity of mind that that was going to be the case. The reality is that you learn with hindsight and 27 years later is you're never going to have that clarity. You're never going to have that certainty, and there's no perfect line in your career and life that's going to give you all of the answers to all of the questions. So I think the question that I would have wanted answering the most is what I'm going to share with you now. You are never going to get that clarity. You are never going to get all of the answers to all of the questions. You are never going to get the certainty. So it's much better to build certainty and trust within yourself. It goes back to self-awareness, and we answer the question time and time and time again, week after week after week. Know what you're good at, learn what you're good at, learn from your mistakes, build your self-awareness, trust yourself. So whatever happens and whatever path you go down, as long as you believe in yourself and you're self-aware, you're going to be fine. So build up that inner strength, inner belief, that security within yourself, so that whatever punches you take along the way, you get back up, you learn how to deal with them, and you get stronger and stronger. George, next question, what you got?
Hello, everyone. This is a question from Andrew. How can we create a culture to protect mental health in the workplace?
I think, you know, mental health is the big topic at the moment, and rightly so. Big shout to MJ and Alice and the team, because we just had our charity quiz and we raised a lot of money for Mind, which is, I think, the most prominent mental health charity, and we massively support that. I think business has a long way to go, because you've got to decide as a business whether you're a people culture business or you're a profits business. I call that heart versus dollars. And if you're a heart business and you're a culture business and it's people before profits, then you can massively support your team and your business environment by giving them the right support, need, security, and comfort to help with their mental health and understanding. If you're a profits business, which is profits before people, then mental health is always going to come second, because your focus is financial, not people. And that's very challenging. So you can still do good stuff in business if you're a profits before people business, but ultimately your key driver is making money. If you're a people before profits business and you're a heart culture before dollar culture or pound culture or euro culture, then you can really work very closely with the individuals. Ask them every day, are they okay? Do they need support? Do they feel okay? What is their issue? How can we help? What can we do for you? Are you worried about something? If you're a pure, caring and loving culture, you can build an ecosystem, a safe environment in the workplace where for anyone that feels vulnerable at any stage, they can reach out to a colleague, to a leader, to a manager and say, Rob, I'm not feeling okay about a certain situation. Can I have some time off? Can I have a few hours by myself? Can you help me with this situation? Please, can the business look after me or take care of me because I need help. A secure culture environment will allow for that. An insecure, non-safe environment, unfortunately, won't allow for that. And you need to decide what environment you want to work in. For all of you listening here, if you work in an unsafe, non-secure environment that doesn't protect your mental health, and that bothers you, then you need to think about where you're working and changing something. If you work in an environment that's not safe, not secure, uncertain, and doesn't give you good mental health support, but you're okay with it, then it's okay to be in that environment. You control your destiny. You control where you want to be and where you're going. You decide that. You control that. Let me take one of the questions before we go around again. Dan, any questions your side? Okay, Dan can't see them, so he can't help us out on that. Right, where should we go to next? Keep filling up the board, keep asking the question, hashtag #AskRobCo. It's your platform, your board. I'm only here for you. If you don't ask the questions that are going to help everyone, I can't help you. I only want your questions. I only want to help you with the answers. We're going to go to Max next. You've got to give the questions, whether they're about you, whether they're about something in the environment or the current community, whether they're about me and my career, like the last question. You ask the question, I'm going to ask them. Please bring them up on the board. Let's go to Max. Thank you, Max. I think you're new to the forum. Welcome, Max. Really appreciate you giving up your time. Thank you for joining. Hi, Rob. I have the great opportunity to be involved in a mentoring program. Well done, Max. That's really good for you. Really pleased. Thanks for sharing. What would you say is the best use of the opportunity and try and take away from it? I think mentoring is amazing. As I said before, Westminster have reached out to me and want me to be involved in their mentoring program. I think it's something that's great inside a business and also inside universities. I think you've got to ask really, really deep questions and really sensitive questions as well. I think you've got to ask questions about your insecurities, Max. So what are you worried about? What do you need someone with experience to answer the question to? And what do you think is going to help you individually? So if you're worried about progressing your career, if you're worried about your business path, if you're worried is there going to be a job in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, if you're worried about something you're not good at and you want to improve on, or if you're worried about something you are good at and how you can improve, if you're worried about a skill set, whether it's communicating, whether it's public speaking, whether it's how you write or how you express yourself, is it working in teams, is it working by yourself? Ask all the questions that you're scared, you have fears, don't be embarrassed about. That's the whole point of mentoring. The whole point of this platform is no one knows who you are apart from your Max. No one knows why you're asking the question. And all I'm giving to you is an honest, sincere, genuine answer through my experiences, because I want to help you and I want to give up my time to give you the opportunity, Max, to have a great life and a great career. I think you've got to go straight to the heart, be genuine, be sincere. Like Penny last week with Question of the Week, she asked an amazing question. I'm really worried about what's going on in the office. People are gossiping, people are judging. It really scares me. Should I be involved? Should I not be involved? Should I say something? Should I not say something? Don't be involved in gossip. Don't worry about what other people say. Don't listen to negativity. If people want to talk badly about other people, let them do it. Listen to my advice here. Stay safe, stay clean, stay positive. Don't get involved in negativity. Don't gossip. Don't talk badly about people. You be the shining light in your office, Max. Let everyone know that Max helps people, is kind, is loving. How can I help you here? Do you need any help? Oh, you're looking sad today, or you're a bit down. Do you want to have a chat? Do you want a coffee? Do you want a tea? Do you want some cake? Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do that? If you're the go-to person in the company and everyone loves you, you're on the winning path. Trust me, you're going to win in the game of being cared and being loved and knowing that you're the shining star within that business. That's one of the biggest things I can share with you in this platform, especially to the graduates, especially if you're a young professional, especially if you've just qualified, especially if you're in university. If you promote kindness and goodness and care for others every day with genuine, sincere help, you're going to go a long way in this world, a long, long way. All right, we've got Sarah next. Welcome back, Sarah. Always ask good questions. Appreciate your time, Sarah. Probably on your lunch break, probably having a cup of tea or whatever you're doing. Be good to know what you're all doing and how you listen to this. If it's during your lunch break, if you're out and about, if you're listening on audio or video, be really good to hear, just so we can get some feedback. Any changes you want, I know we're going to do a poll in a minute, but please let me know. I was about to ask if you had any advice on building a rapport with a mentor, so thank you for that. That's helped me too. This is what's beautiful about the platform. All of you want to ask similar questions. And so when Max asks a question, Sarah gets the answer. But it's not only building a rapport with mentors, it's building a rapport with everyone. Doing charity work, doing community work, with your family, with your friends, with your boss, with your colleague. Relationships and building a rapport is the be all and end all of everything that you're going to have in your life. It's the biggest soft skill that emotional intelligence is going to bring. If you have the capacity to get along with your colleagues and your friends and your family and your future wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever, you're going to deal with one of the biggest challenges in life in all aspects. So how do you build a rapport? You be a good person with no agenda. There's no sales. There's no end goal of, oh, if I'm a nice person, I'm going to get X, Y, Z. It has to be genuine and sincere from the heart. And Sarah, that's really important here. If we were having a conversation now, and to Max, everything has to be set genuine and sincere from the heart. Because if it's fake and non-sincere and non-genuine, everyone's going to know, and you're going to get caught out. So you've got to start thinking about being a genuine human being, then start caring and looking after the people around you by offering help and support, kindness, and building a wonderful rapport. What did you do at the weekend? Did you watch the football, the rugby, a program on TV, or something on Netflix? Oh, I was doing this and I was doing that. Oh, that's really interesting. You've got to put in the time and the effort. You've got to invest in other people in a soft, nice way to build a relationship. And when you start doing that, that's how you build a rapport. And that's going to really take you really, really far in life and really take you far in the business world. It's one of the hardest things, being involved in that environment. You can sit and be quiet and never speak to anyone and get on with your job. That's also okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. You've got to do what's right for you. If you want to build a rapport and you want to learn about how to grow a team and grow with your colleagues, then you've got to invest in them. It's not about you, it's about them. That's where empathy comes in. Vibe of the week, handout number 3, empathy. Understand the person sitting in front of you, understand what they're worried about, understand their sensitivities, be empathetic to them. It's not about you, it's about them. And if you can position yourself that way, it's going to be great. Charlie, what you got for us next?
I've got a really interesting question here, Rob. Comes in from Jessica. I think it's really relevant for those people that are listening in that aren't from London. So it says, hi Rob, a lot of people you speak to when talking about starting the property industry tend to talk about working in London. I know you've spoken in the past about working abroad. Is working in more regional areas such as Manchester and Birmingham still as good as an opportunity?
All right, thanks Jess. Always asks brilliant questions. I think as globalization takes over most of industries, I think the barriers to entry to regions is less and less. And with the pandemic and COVID-19, literally you can be anywhere on a Zoom call, on a webinar, and it's pretty irrelevant where you're positioned. So I definitely feel in 2020, whether you're in a region, Birmingham, Manchester, Madrid, wherever in the world, don't think it makes a difference whatsoever. I do think it makes a difference of maybe the path that you're on, the journey you're on, the company you're working for, the environment that you're in, the culture you're in, the journey you're on. That makes a big difference. So if you can do everything you want to do in Manchester or Birmingham, then great. If you have to go to New York, Paris, London to achieve that, then you've got to understand that that's where you need to go. And I know Jess loves, equestrian, country homes. It's one of her specialities, something she wants to do in her career. If you really want to become the global specialist at that, then maybe the opportunity will be in New York, Paris, London, above a regional office, because you might need the leverage when it's a very niche specialism. At the same time, if it's a more generic area of work that Manchester is just as strong as London, then there's no reason why you can't play it out in Manchester. So I think you need to understand your journey to then develop that further. If you want to be a Euro specialist, go and work in some Euro markets first to extend that knowledge. If you want to be a US America specialist, well, obviously you need to go and work there. If you want to be a Manchester, Birmingham, Newcastle specialist, well, you work in those markets and learn those markets. So I think you need to understand the individual nuances of that to perfectly answer the question. But the simple one is no barriers to entry. 2020, you can be in Scunthorpe, Torquay, Bournemouth, Brighton, wherever you want, and you still have the opportunity to do whatever your ambitions are. Let's go to Harrison. What you got for us?
We've got a question in from Helena. She said, "Hi Rob, there are a lot of changes in jobs right now. For example, valuations at the moment, very little evidence. It seems that it's very difficult to do. How would you tackle a situation like this?"
Thanks, Helena. Welcome back. Always ask really good questions. I really appreciate them. Thanks for your time. So obviously valuations is one of my specialities, one of the key areas that I work in. Valuations is one of the most challenging areas at the moment because of evidence. You will be aware that the RICS has provided guidance and uncertainty clause on the reliability and certainty of comparable evidence, and that needs to go in all of your reporting. You need to follow and track every single day, every single piece of evidence, Helena, and you need to absolutely know every deal from every agent, from all your data, from all your sources, from land registry, HMLR. You need to be on your A game. You need to know what's going on a daily basis. Every deal that goes through at this moment in time is supporting your work and supporting your valuations. Over my 27 years, 100,000 hours in this industry and working in this specialism, this is the third or fourth occasion where I've been in the same position, Helena, where there's been uncertainty, where the RICS bring out the uncertainty clause. It will go away. It will take a month, 2 months, or 3 months, and it's already started to go in certain areas. So if you are valuing a Tesco's Express or a Morrison's supermarket on the outskirts of town, that product is A grade at this moment in time. Commercial lending is high, investors want that product. There is no uncertainty. It's one of the most strongest markets in commercial real estate and commercial lending. The uncertainty clause is not allowed to be used, and the RICS have made that clear. So understand which area you're working in. If there are transactions and you don't need the clause, you don't use it. If there aren't transactions, you use the clause. It will all eventually come out as the deals happen, and in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, depending on what your segment is, you won't have to use it anymore. You can't hide behind a clause and just say nothing's happening, complete uncertainty. Track the deals, Helena, track your market, get all of the data, all of the intel, all of the knowledge, know what you're talking about, defend your work as an expert and a specialist. Great question, Helena. Thank you so much. All right, Dan, you've got a question. What is it?
Me?
Yeah.
I have got a question actually. Hi Rob, thanks for starting this platform. Do you have a way of me sending these videos to colleagues if they can't join? And just if you go on YouTube, search for @RobCohen and search for #AskRobCo, and we can share these to as many people as possible through a YouTube link.
Great, thanks, Dan. I haven't been sharing that, but everyone's sorry. So those of you that want to know, we are on YouTube. You can watch all of the previous episodes. You can share it with your mom, dad, family, friends, work colleagues, gran, whoever. If you think that there's been some great value add and the content that we're providing on the platform would be good for someone else, please do share it with them, and let's try and help as many people as we can, and let's answer as many burning questions that you have. Bit of a follow-up from Sarah. I think this is part 2. I'm indeed on my lunch break, drinking a coffee. Thanks for that. Half coffee, half tea. Some people are drinking other stuff as well. Question is, I need to update my CV. I haven't done it for a couple of years. How would you suggest I approach this? Okay, so I think for the CV people out there, and I think everyone should be doing this, I think you've got to make your CV relevant, okay? Relevant to June, July 2020. And I think you need to make it relevant to show how you've adjusted to COVID-19, working from home, being on Zoom calls and webinars, and sharing the fact that you were on #AskRobCo and you've reached out, and that you want mentoring and you want support, and you've been spending time investigating and researching and building up your knowledge and building up your data. I think you've really got to promote yourself and show how you've been taking advantage of this situation and preparing yourself for your next steps, for your next move, for your next interview, and highlight you're proactive and ahead of the game. I think this is a great opportunity to actually stand out rather than say COVID-19, stayed at home, watch Netflix. It's not going to help you. So already start changing the landscape. Start being the one that says, oh, that's interesting. Sarah's put all these things. No one else has put that in their CV. Oh, Sarah's really hungry. No one else was doing that. I built up 150 hours of CPD or learning during COVID-19. Put it on your CV. I mean, who else is doing that? No one. How do I know that? I do 100 interviews per year. 100 interviews. I see all of your CVs. And when I see the ones that stand out, I say, get them in straight away. And to make it clear, I see everyone, because I don't think you can ever judge a person by their CV. You can only understand and learn about a person by sitting in front of them or having a conversation like we're having now. But if you want to go that extra mile and stand out, you've got to show that you're ahead of the game, doing things different, and that you're thinking and proactive to promote yourself in a positive way. So add in everything different, everything that's changed. The world is different, and you have to behave and perform in a different way. I think that's a really good one.
Sorry, just to interrupt, following on from Sarah's question there, lovely that you're on your lunch break drinking coffee. I don't know where you stand, if you're in employment at the moment or if you want to get your CV out to get a new job. Actually, this time last year, I got through my uni results and started looking for a job. So probably out of the people here today, I've the most relevant experience in searching for a job. And I think it's key to constantly changing and evolving your CV, depending on what company you're at or looking for. And Sarah, I'd like to offer you the opportunity. I know Rob is very busy, but I personally, in terms of grad, would love to have a look at your CV and help you out, see what you can change, and see what we can do with that. So if you can contact us either through LinkedIn, I'd be happy to personally have a look. I might be able to offer an opportunity for you to expand and develop your CV and hopefully help you get into the job you want. And I'd be more than happy to do that, Sarah. So contact us, please.
Brilliant, Charlie. Great initiative. Maybe we could hear Harrison talk a bit about the same subject, your journey and what you would advise people to do.
Yeah, so probably about a year ago now, I finished my degree at university. I spent the summer at a investment company whilst I was looking for a job and kind of used that to give me an idea of what I wanted to do. After being in the field for a bit of time, I spoke to the right people and found that valuation was for me, which put me in contact with Rob. I sat down and had an interview with him, and from there I joined MJ Group. So yeah, my journey has been like that. I've been here now for about 9 months. So yeah, it's been great.
Maybe George, we can go on to you.
George actually started his laptop.
Yeah, we've had a slight malfunction.
We can just have all
You just give George.
Okay, hi guys. So yeah, this is me, George. And yeah, I've always had probably like a difficult journey in my life. Well, not difficult, but an interesting journey because I've never really known what I wanted to do. I'm from Gibraltar, which is a British colony in the south of Spain. And I'm very lucky that I've been given the opportunity here to show that I can work hard and put myself forward, do different tasks. And it is very important to have a boss that can help you out and can try to understand you. So trying to find that environment is always going to be very helpful in your development, and you're always going to want to look out for people like that. So touching on what we were talking about before with Robert and like finding that workplace, it's always going to be very key for you. And whenever you're in that workplace, you know, take advantage of what you got, because sometimes you're not always going to be in a happy workplace. And even in that situation, you want to try and make the best that you can. So yeah, thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant, George. Love that. Absolutely love that. All right, last 5 minutes. If you want to get the last question in of the day, please do. Let's go to the poll. What is the poll this week? Poll can't be launched. Oh, no poll this week. So the question for the poll, who's got it? Harrison, Charlie?
Who's got the poll?
I can't access the poll.
Do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, the question was, what type of people do you want to see on this webinar? Would you like to see people from HR? Would you like someone from specialists, from career advice, or anything, health and well-being, spiritual? We'd love to know. So leave it in the comments.
Brilliant. So the poll this week was going to be that. We're going to start bringing in some special guests because I think some people last week, can't remember who it was, messaged and say, let's start inviting some specialists in. So if you want careers advisors in, let us know. If you want HR people, let us know. If you want Bill Gates in, let us know. If you want a specialist in the industry, let us know. If you want to hear about spirituality, health, well-being, any other subject, let us know. Email me, message me, DM me, put it out here and let us know. so that we can give you the best content, best added value, and continuing answering the questions. We just want to promote the best information for you to learn, develop. Professional development is everything. Personal development is everything. When you combine professional and personal development and give back to the community and society or the environment that you're in, then it's the winning combination. Professional development, personal development, giving back is a wonderful place to be. Even though most of you are at the very early stages of your journey, if you already think about where you want to be in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, start visualizing a bit about how you're going to give back, legacy, community, charity, etc., because you can already build that in to how you behave on a daily basis, visualize that, reverse engineer it. I think we'll talk about that moving forward, and suddenly things will work out the way that you're thinking. I think that's a really positive approach and outlook on life. All right, you've all been amazing. I really appreciate all of you that have come back today, and all of the new people, and I've seen some really good new people arrive. Please give me the feedback of what you want, how you want things to change. Please tell your colleagues. Please keep returning to the platform. #AskRobCo. I'm here for you. I want to help you with all my heart and my soul, with all the sincerity in the world. I definitely want to give back to the community, to students, to young professionals, to entrepreneurs, to universities across the world. So please share the platform, share the details. Every Friday, 1 p.m., #AskRobCo. Have the most amazing weekends. Please reach out, look after yourself, be positive, be healthy, lead with empathy, vibe of the week, stay safe, be good, and I hope to see you all next week, same time, same place. Take care, everyone. Be safe.
Have a good weekend.